Welcome to Out with the New, In with the Old. Sounds a little backwards, but last year, 3 million cars were repoed. Um, I think a lot of people are wanting out with the new. Um, my goal is to help people purchase used cars and have a good experience. And you won't be able to do it at the used car dealer. You're going to have to do it with private people. One of the things you're going to run into with the used car dealer, not saying they're all bad, but most of them won't have records. That's going to be a requirement. You're going to want maintenance records on whatever you buy because you're buying old. Um, you're going to We're going to have a lot of things we're going to go over on several of my future videos that are it's going to explain exactly how to do this. And why me? Well, I am a car enthusiast. I have been since I was a little boy. I have owned several cars. I've bought several cars. I've even gone through my spell of the new car experience several times, and actually on a few motorcycles. And it always seems great for the first month, and then reality sets in, and 5 years of payments and insurance that's high, and you're kind of at the mercy of the insurance company that just keeps bumping it up, and there's not much you can do. And then you got to keep the car so long just to be able to trade it. You get locked in. It's not a good feeling. For people that can afford it, fine. But even now, with new cars getting less and less reliable, and there's plenty on that, I'm not going to go into that. But new cars aren't what they used to be. And there's a sweet spot. I like to think that sweet spot is mid to late 90s into the mid 2000s. Cars were relatively reliable. They didn't get teched out quite yet. You can get some really good vehicles as long as you have maintenance records and you look something over good. Stay away from rust. I'm not going to get into too much on how to do it right now. This is my first video, and I kind of just want to introduce myself. I'm 63. I retired about 8 months ago, and I had 2 new cars. Not brand new. I bought them both new. They were both paid for. And some people think I'm probably crazy. I sold the truck with 24,000 miles on it and a car with 9,000 miles on it. But in the state I live in, there's personal property tax that you pay every year. And on a new vehicle, it's pretty high. One of the car was a performance version of a car, and the insurance was astronomical. And we didn't even use it all the time. It was kind of a fun car. And I just got to thinking, sometimes it isn't how much money you make, it's how much you spend. And when you're spending, over $2,000 a year on insurance, sometimes you just got to make decisions. And I was fortunate in that the car, I got a great deal on it because it was kind of a leftover on a lot, and it was a desirable car, and being as it was 9,000 miles on it, and I kept it mint, and it still had warranty, I got my money back, which is, not the usual practice when you buy new cars. Now, the truck was a 2020, and my main goal there was it had just got out of warranty, and I thought it'd be smart to sell it because the history of those particular trucks, when they reached anywhere from 60 to 100,000. They had some pretty big problems, not to say mine would have, but I didn't want to, I didn't want to find out. And the insurance and the personal property tax. So I went to buying older stuff. And I limited myself on pretty cheap stuff. And so far, it's all worked out pretty good. I can't make this video too long, mainly because I think I'm limited to 15 minutes on this first video. So anyway, I just want to say I'm going to have several videos ahead. If you're interested in techniques on buying used cars and how to look at them and how to look at the people that are selling them, that gives you a good idea on how the car was taken care of. Just key notes, like little things, if the car's filthy and they got it in their front yard, there's a good chance they didn't change the oil either, just little things, a lot of little tips. And I think there's probably, a lot of people out there that are trying to buy used cars. And the used car market's pretty hot right now. So you're going to have to be diligent and not in a rush, because there's a lot of overpriced used cars. Everybody knows how expensive new cars are, and used cars have kind of fell in that niche. I mean, I'm seeing cars with 200,000 miles on them, people asking $5,000, $6,000. And, in most cases, when a car has 200,000 miles on it, it's coming to end of life. Yeah, a lot of people get 300, but they took really good care of it. They didn't drive it hard. And if you just don't know the history, buying a 200,000 mile car is a real roll of the dice. You're going to roll the dice anyway, but you can roll the dice with the odds in your favor. So, like I said, this is just an introductory video. I got to get the less than 15-minute video out of the way, I think, so I can verify my account and go into longer videos, because I've got a whole lot of information I think is going to do a whole lot of people good. And even if you aren't one of the people that is tight on money and everything, you can spend a fortune and not realize it. You buy a new vehicle. Say you buy a new truck, $80,000. You pay the interest on the truck, another $12,000. There's $92,000. You pay the insurance on that truck, probably $2,500 a year. There's another $10,000 if you keep it 5 years. That money on something that's depreciating, extremely fast, especially with new ones, because they're getting bad reputations. But you're going to lose 50 grand, 60 grand in 5 years. Just think, if you went out and found a $5,000 to $10,000 truck that was in decent shape, it could do what that truck did, and you just packed that money away that you were throwing at the loan and the insurance and all the other stuff that goes along with that truck, you could buy property. You could buy something good could come up. Maybe your neighbor's selling his house or something. You can buy stuff, real assets that are, appreciate instead of depreciate. It's just something to think about. So this isn't just for people that are, living tight. It's also for people that might want to just direct their money in a better way. I'll give you a real quick example of a minivan. And the reason I'll bring up a minivan is I happen to have one. I bought 2 years ago for $2,000. Now, the average price of a new minivan is right at 50 grand. You can get a stripped Kia or Hyundai for 37, and they go up to nearly 70 if you get a Toyota or a Honda, fairly well equipped. All right. I bought a 2003 Oldsmobile Silhouette. And this is something, you got to think. You can't let pride decide things for you. You're saving money, okay? So, and I'll tell you what, the old Silhouette's a great little van. But anyway, $2,000. All right, immediately I've saved $48,000. I've driven this thing 2 years. I bought it with 159,000 miles. I studied the people that owned it, an older couple. Actually, the guy and was a pastor at a church there, which sometimes pastors, but anyway, they seemed like a real nice couple. The van was treated gently, and it was maintained. I have 180,000 miles on it now. The only thing I've done is I put a set of tires on it about 5,000 miles ago, and I put front brake pads on. Other than that, I have literally not touched this minivan. Oh, I change the oil. Every 4,000 miles, I change oil on it. So I've done 5 or so oil changes. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect, but it's in real nice shape. It leaks a little oil around the oil pan gasket, but I've never added, it's never leaked more than 1/4 of a quart in 4,000 miles. So be it. It has a little leak. The air conditioner blows ice cold. The heat blows hot. It has full leather interior. It has a 10-speaker CD and sound system in it. Of course, it's all the old tech, but hey, like I said, you can't let pride get in the way. And I'll tell you, I never thought I'd like a minivan. But this sucker, I can fold all the seats down in the back, and I can put 10-foot long pieces of lumber in it if I want to. Stuff that I don't want to put in the back of a pickup if it's raining, I can use the minivan for. It has power doors on both sides. It drives decent. It gets 21 to 24 miles a gallon, depending on where you're driving. If you're just going down the road 60 miles an hour to get 24. If you're driving a lot of city driving, it gets around 20, 21. But it's a good little van. It has a 3.4 V6, which one of the things they're known for is an intake gasket. It was done before I got it because they usually go, and it's not the end of the world if that goes. You just want to catch it if it does go. And you're going to run into that with a lot of these older vehicles. They got some kind of little thing that you should take care of. But when you're saving $48,000 right off the get-go, you can spend a little on it. Now, interest. And I'm doing straight interest. This isn't how it works at a dealership because they're compounding it at the peak. When you owe $50,000, say it's 7%. It's 7% of 50, and then at the end of the year, when it's maybe dropped down, you're paying principal, or you're paying the interest on the loan, and then you get to a certain point, you start paying it. So you're paying more than straight 7%, but we're just going to do 7% to give them the benefit of the doubt. So there's $3,500. Wow, that's more than my minivan cost. And it's a lot more than that if you do it the way dealers do it. Okay, zero, because most people can come up with $2,000. And then there's insurance. Now, I'm not sure on a new minivan what insurance costs. I know what the insurance on mine is because I just carry liability. It's a $2,000 vehicle. It runs $18 a month. Let's round it off to 20, and we'll just say $240 for the year. So $240 for a year of insurance on that. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is probably $1,500, and I'm probably shortening it there a little bit. So we're up to $55,000, and we're up to $2,240. Okay. And when this van is 5 years old, you'll probably, I'd say, get maybe 25. So you took a $30,000 hit in 5 years. My minivan, I believe, in 5 years, I don't know, even if it's worth $1,000 in 5 years, by then, let's see, I put 20,000, I put 10,000 miles a year, it'll have over 200. So it'll be getting to the point where, like I said, when something has over 200,000, it gets, tight to sell. But You could buy one of these every 2 years, you know, and come out way ahead on all this loss. You know, I mean, $30,000 in 5 years is a lot of money to lose. Here, okay, let's just say I sell it for $1,000 in 5 years. I lost $1,240, and I drove it. And you drove that, of course, but you can see where I'm going with this. I think the math explains itself. I'm going to have a lot of tips, tricks, and ways to look at cars, and things that'll help out people that aren't real familiar with cars and help out some that are. I have several vehicles I've bought. The minivan is just one of them. I have a 2000 Ford F-150 that 9 years ago I bought for $1,700, and everything still works in it. Air conditioning. I have done work to it. Front end work. You're going to do front end work no matter what you buy. It had 147,000 when I bought it. It has 228 now. Doesn't leak. Doesn't do anything wrong. One reason I probably won't sell it is because, like I said, when they get up to that mileage, I couldn't replace it. So I might as well just keep it. I think it'll just keep going myself. And it's actually become a mission. I didn't think I would keep that truck this long, but it's done so good that now it's just, let's see how far it'll go. I think it'll hit 300. I drive it easy. I maintain it. I stay after it. It's on its third set of tires. Biggest expense, tires, but you're going to buy tires no matter what. And the tires on these older vehicles are cheaper. Something to keep in mind. In any case, I got to cut this video short. I hope I get some people to watch my future videos. Subscribe, and this way you'll get notified, and we'll start on the tips and tricks on buying these cars, and pickups, and motorcycles. I don't limit this to just cars. I mean, this is vehicles. The second biggest expense everybody has. And my mission is to help them save money. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more.